Coming up on Mountain News this morning, one Floyd County elementary school held its Veterans Day program, encouraging students to honor our veterans. And whether your candidate won or lost in Tuesday's election, one company in Cincinnati thinks they have went that way that everyone could come out ahead. Plus, officials announced $1.2 million in federal funding to help establish the Appalachian Opportunity Zone Initiative.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. The time is 5 o'clock on November 8th. I'm Madison Pergram, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News This Morning. So it is a little chilly outside, but let's go to Brandon Robinson. Brandon, it's a little cold, so people are going to need a coat. A lot colder than yesterday.
Yes, it is, and it's going to get colder still. We still have a couple hours to go before the coldest part of the day, and some folks in those higher elevations could still be seeing some snow shower activity. Let's take a look at that on live Pinpoint Doppler radar. Not much going on just outside the radar like over Hazard, but you go down toward the border counties there, Harlan and Black Mountain, and over toward Pine Mountain there in the Harlan side and on the Letcher side, you're going to be seeing a few snowflakes still flying this morning. Temperatures much colder, below freezing in a lot of locations so far this morning. Temperature change anywhere from 11 to about 26 degrees, actually 27 degrees colder than it was this time yesterday. So max warming needed on the coffee meter on this Friday morning. Your out the door forecast features temperatures that aren't going to move a whole lot today. Only about 39 for a daytime high, even with the sunshine. I'll talk more about that coming up here in just a little bit. Madison.
Thank you, Brandon. Well, Duff Allen Central Elementary held its Veterans Day program on Thursday. This will be the 12th year for the program put on by the music teacher and elementary and middle school students. Students are encouraged to bring family members who are veterans to help them celebrate this occasion. Floyd County Judge Executive Robbie Williams spoke to the students about the importance of Veterans Day, as he is a veteran himself. Music teacher Cecilia Prater says she wants her students to take in the significance of the sacrifices veterans make for our country.
I just want the children to understand how much these veterans have sacrificed for them, the time away from their family, the times that they can't get back.
They also had an empty table setting symbolizing fallen veterans who could not be there. And just before Veterans Day, one vet in West Virginia is being honored for his service and sacrifice, but it comes decades after he served. In a ceremony fit for a hero, students at Fort Gay Pre-K through 8 in Wayne County gathered as the school honored John T. Copley, a U.S. Army vet born in Williamson, West Virginia. He served in Vietnam from 1963 to 1966. In 1965, he was conducting a resupply mission in Saigon within the area of the U.S. Embassy when the building exploded. Copley put others before himself, running into that burning building to rescue so many others. Now, years later, that sacrifice is being honored.
We know that he is tough and brave, but the sacrifice that it was validated.
He was presented with medals he earned so many years ago. The delay was caused by an error in his paperwork. Copley's sister told us after he was honorably discharged in 1966, he went back to Marshall to get his bachelor's degree. He also taught in the Wayne County school system after he came back home. Well, congratulations to Mr. Copley, and thank you for your service. And yesterday, President Trump gave a posthumous award to a Vietnam veteran who led evacuation efforts during the September 11 terror attacks. Rick Rezoskola died while helping people escape the South Tower of the World Trade Center that day. He was awarded the Presidential Citizens Medal in a ceremony at the White House. He was Chief Security Officer at Morgan Stanley's World Trade Center office. The evacuations plans he created are credited with saving many lives during the deadly terror attack. And a World War II veteran's artwork is now on display. Robert Ender's collection of more than 100 sketches was unveiled yesterday at the Rob Lee Rex VA Medical Center in Louisville. It's part of a new World War II veterans art exhibit, and Ender says he stopped drawing at the age of 12. He didn't pick it back up until he was 87, when he found a sketch kit at a bookstore. Ender says he now draws every morning and sometimes in the middle of the night. Well, whether your candidate won or lost in Tuesday's election, one company in Cincinnati thinks they have a way that everyone can come out ahead. Funky Sunshine says a customer called the store on Wednesday and asked if her political signs could be repurposed. The answer is yes, in the same way they repurpose plastic bags. The shop has repurposed thousands of bags in the last 4 years to create crocheted mats for homeless people in the area. Now they are doing the same with election signs for the first time.
It was a really genius idea, honestly. We've been doing this for 4.5 years, so we've had quite a few interesting questions on what we can recycle. I would say that pet food bags were the weirdest one, and kitty litter bags. But the signs, the election signs, it's a really smart one.
This time around, no matter the ballot issue, they will all end up battling homelessness in the end, reducing waste and giving to those in need one sign at a time. Well, yesterday officials announced $1.2 million in federal funding to help establish the Appalachian Opportunity Zone Initiative. The initiative is to help counties and regions develop projects to help compete with other regions. One of those projects being the Saley Theater in Boonville. It shut down more than 30 years ago, and for the past 10 years, Sue Christian has been trying to reopen the theater.
Really going to make us more visible to other people. And so it was really good. It would be nice if somebody said, here's a bunch of money to do your project, but you know, all these baby steps are necessary.
Sue Christian applied for another grant which will help them hire certified people to clean out the issues on the inside of the building. They hope this will be a leap forward to help them reopen. And a London artist has donated a painting to help with the annual Shop with a Cop. Judy Brown donated one of her paintings for a silent auction, where the proceeds will go to the police department so they can give kids that are in need in London $100 to spend on clothes and toys. You can bid on the painting through the London Police Department's Facebook page. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, as an effort to combat the opioid crisis, pharmacists in Pikeville are working to teach patients the benefits of CBD products.
After a few morning flakes in the higher elevations, the skies will clear out if they haven't already. I'll have your cold Friday forecast in about 3 minutes.